Diamonds.
Not exactly what Krister was looking for.
But there's been so many twists and turns.
The turn is a 5 of spades.
Definitely not.
Wow, Panting's just one card away from getting himself right back into this.
Just needs to dodge 6 cards, kings and queens. So, our 4th and 3rd place finishers both get knocked out by the river. And Pantling hits the rail.
You know, I'm a little disappointed because I came in with the chip lead and it was my tournament to win or lose, and I kind of let it slip away a bit, but I'm happy, of course. Yeah, 3rd place is good.
Now we have our 2 final players, Cara and Chris. Chris, how are you feeling going into the heads up?
Well, I feel very good actually. I was very lucky earlier to get the split pot, so
Yeah.
well,
It's meant to be.
yeah, maybe.
How are you going to play? You've got a little bit less chips than Cara. So.
Yeah, she's a very good player, so I think we can see some good poker. Hopefully.
Do you think it'll be over quick, or is it going to be a long one?
I think we're gonna play for a while. I hope so.
Cara, how are you feeling?
I'm very excited.
Okay. Wow, you have some roller coaster ride of a journey through this tournament, up and down, and look at you now.
I know, yeah, it's pretty unbelievable. Yeah.
So what do you think of Chris?
He's a very good player, and he was one of the ones I was looking at before the day started to kind of, you know, I mean, he's played so many tournaments and he's got such great results, and yeah, he's a good player.
So is your game going to change at all now, or are you just going to, you know, just continue the way you were going?
Well, I think like Christoph said, we're going to play some, you know, play some poker now, because we've got a lot of big blinds and it's time to play.
So let's play.
And so, with the ceremonial shaking of the hands, we get down to the business end of the PaddyPowerPoker.com Irish Open 2009. We are heads up. These are our final 2, Cara Scott and Krister Johansson. And, well, Padraig, I have to ask you at this stage, who are you favouring out of these 2?
Well, if you'd asked me this morning, with these chip stacks, even though Cara's got a slight lead, I'd have gone for Krister because of his experience and his big game experience. But having watched Cara playing, I think this is a genuine 50-50 shot. I wouldn't like to be betting on it at the moment.
Well,
I mean, she's shown an awful lot of game that I'm sure I'm not the only one that didn't know she could play this well. I've been very impressed.
Blinds as we start heads up commence at 20 and 40,000. You can see Cara once again.
You know, the one absolute certainty is that this tournament is going to get the champion that it deserves, because either of these are going to promote Irish poker, and they're both very safe pairs of hands.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with you. 2 fabulous players. We've seen a lot of action from both of them over the last 3-4 days.
And a lot of class.
Very true.
The flop is 7 of clubs, 7 of hearts, 2 of spades.
See, I've always been preaching the 7-2 offsuit, but let's not beat around the bush here, guys. It's heads up. It's our final 2 positions. There is 912,000 euros at stake here. One player will walk away from this table 600,000 the richer.
That's a nice bet from Cara. She doesn't have anything, but it's pretty unlikely that Krister has on the 7-7 juice board. But he does.
Krister calls. The turn. 10
Okay.
of spades.
Wow. Cara hits her 10, so the power switches over to the other side of the table. 2 pair for both players. Cara clearly with the better position.
And Krister could be in big trouble here. You know, this could well be Cara firing the second bullet.
Yeah.
It is heads up.
$600,000.
Cara bets 600,000 chips.
Just over half the pot.
If I was sitting in Krister's position here, I'd ask, could we go back to the start again?
I wasn't ready.
This is he's sticking with his original instinct that his 2 was good on the flop.
Gustav calls.
Makes it difficult for Cara, though. After 2 calls, it really looks like he might have a 7.
Well,
2 big raises, 2 big calls.
oh my God! It just goes on and on. This is the most spectacular final table I've ever seen.
Oh, what a card.
Okay. Krister just trying to work out how much he can get paid.
800.
Bet 800,000.
Gustav bets
So-
800,000.
It's about a third of the pot.
I think Cara would be way more worried about a 7 than a 2. Probably fits a little bit better.
Oh, I've made some good calls. I think this might be a bad one.
You may be right, Cara.
Well, yeah, but for the wrong reason.
Maybe?
No, Cara, definitely.
Ah, this could really shift things. A lot.
Great table presence is Cara's got.
Call.
She's making the call.
The 800,000 bet.
I gotta do some.
Gustav shows ace 2.
Yeah, well, as we suspected, Cara certainly didn't expect the juice.
No, she didn't. You could hear the pantomime sigh from the crowd.
No show. Gustav takes the ball.
And, well, Cara hides the disappointment well. There you go. You can see the current chip stacks of our 2 remaining players. 1.8 million against 5.2. Back down to the action.
20,000 more to call.
So, Krister with well over double what Cara has in front of her. She needs to get all her chips in and she needs to double up.
Yeah, well,
Raise to 100,000.
I kind of think the faster Cara plays, the better. Krister's probably got a lot more experience at heads-up play. He's been playing the game forever. So generally speaking, if somebody's got an advantage of you in those terms, you just try and make the pots as big as ever and leave it up to the dealer. Although the dealer does seem to be favouring Krister today.
The dealer, young man Paul from the west of Ireland, taken aside and recommended to the tournament director by Phil Lack.
I'm not sure if that's a good recommendation. No, he's a very nice lad, this Paul, and
He
a
is a
great
lovely
dealer.
guy. Spoke to him myself there earlier on. Outside, but yeah, he's doing a great job here today.
Cara bets 100,000.
Call.
Gustav calls. The river is a queen of spades.
Check her bet.
Wow. Krister's been messing about in this pot.
Yeah.
I may have thought his king high was good.
250,000.
I'm all in.
All in.
So we were saying that Cara needed to get her chips in the middle and needed to double up. Maybe this is her chance. Just over 2 million in the pot, and it's going to be 1.3 million for Krister to call.